In last game, you were outshot pretty heavily both times in the first half. How important was it for you to have a quick start today?
Well, it was the whole game. We wanted to just solidify who we are and how we're going to play. Win, lose or draw, we want to go through that process. The first two games, we struggled to hit that on a consistent basis. There were moments in both of the two games where we did look like ourselves, we did create chances, there were opportunities, but we couldn't finish them. And on the other end, we were pinned in. This game, we made sure that with the scout and with what we thought that they would bring, we would counteract them and still be able to be ourselves. So it was huge that we started the game with a certain verve and a certain determination to be us. The results were that we scored goals. I mean, we've got some target percentages that we try to hit every game, and at the end of each game, you know, in 48 hours, we'll have all the percentages of this game, and then we'll see if we met them. You may be right, we maybe hit more of our shot percentages in the first half than we probably did in the whole game in the previous side of the two games.
And Charlie wasn't really tested much at all today. How big of a testament is that to the defense?
Good, and I think it's to him and to the Brady at the number 6, and then Axel and John did a great job, and I thought our outside backs on a rotational basis also did a good job. I mean, you know, the ebbs and flows of a game, it's very, very rare that a team has nothing, but they didn't have any true clear-cut chances. A lot of them were from outside, and Charlie handled what he needed to handle, which was really pleasing.
Do you know anything about Janssen's condition right now?
Not yet. But I would like to say we're really fortunate to have an ever-growing student population that is appreciating soccer, is learning some songs and turning out in, I mean, that whole section was full. I don't think you could have got anyone else in the birdcage. And the echoes of their songs and their chants, we could have been anywhere in the world at certain stages. So I think they're getting used to their A game. I think they're close to getting a real good feel for what we're about, which is really good to see. I'm happy for the students.
You guys have a quick turnaround now, game on Sunday against a pretty, decent Oregon State team.
Yes.
How do you prepare for that?
Well, we're going to watch them. They kick off at 7:30, so we'll get a good look at them, and then we'll try to break them down to see where they may be vulnerable. We'll lick our wounds, sew ourselves up, put ourselves back together, and then, yeah, you make a good point. Soccer's not really designed to play 3 games in, or 2 games in 3 days, but that's college soccer. So we'll have to bounce back, and hopefully the guys that played 90 minutes will get enough rest, and we may have to go a little bit deeper on Sunday if they are a little fatigued, but we did it last week and we'll do it again this week. So